Hello students, welcome to your English class. This is your host Malati Srinivasan from Army Public School, Delhi Kent. Today we are going to learn the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrian Rich. Children, to help you understand the poem better, a small presentation is made. Come on, now let's go through the presentation.
Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrian Rich. Children, before we go into the poem, let's discuss some interesting questions. What is the role of marriage in a man's life? It gives him social status, dignity, earns him respect and recognition. Let's see, how does marriage impact a woman's life? It brings her domestic burden, commitment, separation from her family, imposes male dominance and suppression, and it leads to loss of her identity. Children, now let's learn about the poet. Adrienne Rich was an American poet, essayist, and feminist. She was called one of the most widely read and influential poets of the 20th century. She was credited with bringing oppression of women to the forefront in the poetic discourse. In 1950, she won Yale Younger Poets Award for A Change of World. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is a poem about an oppressed woman who expresses her craving for freedom through the art of knitting. Now let's read the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in peace chivalric certainty. In the first stanza, the poet says that Aunt Jennifer made these tigers on tapestry, and the tigers are described bright crystalline animals. And children, these tigers symbolize fearlessness and assertion of power. It symbolizes the men in the society. And this art is an expression of Aunt Jennifer's longing for freedom. Now let us read the second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. The second stanza reveals Aunt Jennifer's creative skills, but the expressions fingers fluttering and finding even the ivory needle hard to pull reveal the burden of suppression of marriage. She was constantly tormented by her husband. The metaphorical weight of Uncle's wedding band reveals unhappy marriage and confinement. So Aunt Jennifer lives her desires through her art. Now let's go to the third stanza. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with the ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Children, you should understand that the third stanza takes a morbid turn. It reveals that Aunt Jennifer is stripped of her identity. She is here addressed as just Aunt. And it also reveals that she could not win the battle against masculine domination. And even death could not give her respite from the ordeals she faced in her life. She carries the scars of her suffering even after death. Here, the poet conveys that the creator is dead, but the tiger is unaffected. It keeps on prancing, proud and unafraid. It reveals the indifferent attitude of the male dominant society. Children, now let's see the central idea of the poem. It is a sharp criticism on the male dominant society. The theme of feminism runs through the poem. Here, the poet very clearly portrays woman as the creator and man as the predator. Children, you should understand it is a satire on the indifferent attitude of society towards domestic violence against women. Children, now let's learn the poetic devices used in the poem. The poem has many images and symbols. Bright topaz and world of green are the examples of visual imagery. Aunt Jennifer is a symbol. She stands for the entire female community. Tiger is a symbol of terror and oppression. It stands for men. Wedding band and ring is a symbol of suppression. Fingers fluttering is alliteration. Terrified fingers is transferred epithet.
So dear children, you must have understood the poem very well. To sum up, the first stanza of the poem describes Aunt Jennifer's longing for a life full of freedom and happiness. The second stanza of the poem describes her unhappy married life. And the third stanza of the poem reveals that she succumbed to her sufferings. The poet ends the poem by saying that the death of Aunt Jennifer is not going to change the mindset of men in the society. So children, the poem ends on a satiric note. Thank you. Meet you in the next class with a new topic.